Hey guys, I'm Nisa Homey. Today I'm sharing how to make crispy and crunchy banana chips at home. I'm also showing you 3 different ways to slice the raw bananas. With my tips and suggestions, you can easily make crispy, crunchy banana chips at home. So without wasting much time, let's get started with the recipe. To make banana chips, I'm using 6 raw bananas. To know whether the banana is mature enough to make banana chips, I'll just show you how you can get to know whether the banana is mature and raw. I'm just cutting off the tip. You can see that the inside has a subtle pink color. Raw mature banana will have a subtle pinkish color and it will not be white. So this is one thing which you should keep in mind when you are buying bananas to make banana chips. And now I'm going to remove the skin. So for that I'm just making a small mark in the middle. And I'm just inserting my thumb and just peeling the skin. So if the banana is mature and raw, the peel will come off very easily. Banana has a subtle pinkish color. It is not white even though it is raw banana. Into a bowl, I'm adding in some water. Into this, I'm adding in some pink Himalayan salt. Add in 1 tablespoon turmeric powder. Give this a mix. Place the peeled bananas in the water. Add in some more water so that the bananas are soaked in the water. Now let it soak for about 10 to 15 minutes. While the raw bananas are soaking, I'm making a salt solution to add it to the chips. So into a bowl, I'm adding in 1/4 cup water, about 1 to 1.5 teaspoon of pink Himalayan salt. And also note that I prefer to use pink Himalayan salt in my recipes. Mix and dissolve the salt in water and then keep it aside. Okay, it's about 15 minutes since I've soaked the raw bananas. I'm just transferring it to another plate. You can see some discolorations and uneven surface on the banana. So you need to scrub off all this, and I'm using coconut husk to scrub. So I'm just dipping the coconut husk in plain water and I'm just scrubbing away the uneven texture. In a way, you can say that you're just polishing the raw bananas. The uneven textures, the gumminess, we can remove all this by scrubbing it with coconut husk. See how clean the scrubbed banana is. And this is the banana which has not been scrubbed. So when you scrub it with the coconut husk, you get a smoother and cleaner banana. Okay, now I have washed and rinsed the scrubbed bananas. And now let's slice the bananas. So I'm showing 3 different ways to slice the bananas. The first and the easiest method for me is to use a finger cap and slice it with a knife. Slice it thinly with a knife. I'll just show you how you can do this. The second method is using a slicer or a mandolin. Just slice the bananas. So this one is hand sliced and this one is sliced using a mandolin. And the next method is using a cutting board for those who like to use a cutting board. So you can choose whichever method is comfortable for you. I'm most comfortable slicing with a knife using my finger cap. The raw bananas are sliced and ready to make banana chips. To fry the bananas, I'm using my well-seasoned cast iron kadai. So into this, I'm adding in some wood-pressed coconut oil. So this is a peppercorn which has fallen into the kadai. I keep whole black peppercorns in the wood pressed oil. Black pepper prevents the coconut oil from getting rancid. The salt solution is also ready. I'm keeping it aside near the kadai. Try to use good quality oils when you are making fried items. I prefer to use wood pressed oils in my recipes. Healthy cooking is all about using good quality oils. Hence, I prefer to use wood pressed oils in my recipes. Wood pressed oils has more nutrient content and helps to balance the omega 3 and omega 6 ratios in our body. So try to avoid refined oils and switch to wood pressed oils for a healthy and sustainable lifestyle. I'm just going to check whether the oil is heated. So I'm inserting the banana slice. It is not sizzling, so the oil is not heated. Okay, now the oil is heated. As you can see, the banana. Reduce the flame to the lowest and then add in. Put the flame on high and then give it a mix. I'm frying on high flame. High flame also helps to make the chips crispy and prevent from the oil getting soaked into the chips. Once you feel the banana is crispy, see it is crispy now, then it is time to add in the salt solution. I'm adding in 2 teaspoons of the salt solution. And just give it a mix, and once the sizzling sounds stops, you can remove the chips from the oil. Now reduce the flame to the lowest and then add in the next batch. Give it a stir. Once done, remove to a plate. See how crispy the banana chips are. Today I am sharing Chana Dal Payasam, also known as kadalaparippu payasam. So without wasting much time, let's get started with the recipe. To make Chana Dal Payasam, also known as kadalaparippu payasam, into a bowl I am adding in 3/4 cup of Chana Dal. Chana Dal is also known as kadalaparippu in Malayalam. I am adding in some water and I am allowing it to soak for about 15 to 20 minutes. Okay, now the Chana Dal is nicely soaked. So I'm going to rinse it a couple of times and then I'm going to keep it on a strainer. So the Chana Dal is washed and rinsed and I've kept it on a strainer. I have measured 400 grams of jaggery. Into the pressure cooker, I'm adding in 1 tablespoon desi ghee. Once the desi ghee is heated, I'm adding in the soaked, rinsed and strained Chana Dal. And I'm going to lightly roast the Chana Dal in desi ghee for about 3 to 4 minutes. Now this step is very important. Try not to skip this roasting of the Chana Dal in desi ghee. After about 6 minutes, the Chana Dal has roasted well and has started to turn light golden brown in color. At this stage, I am adding in 2.5 cups water. Cover and pressure cook for 5 to 6 whistles on medium flame. While the Chana Dal is getting cooked, I am grating the jaggery with my knife. And once the pressure has depressurized by itself, I am opening the pressure cooker. And as you can see, the Chana Dal is cooked. So I have lightly mashed the Chana Dal and I have kept a few Chana Dal intact. Turn on the flame Into this I'm adding in the grated jaggery. Give it a mix and put the flame on low and allow the jaggery to melt. The jaggery almost immediately melted. I'm going to allow the chana dal to saute in the jaggery. So it should take about 10 to 15 minutes. Keep an eye on it. You need to stir it on and off so that the jaggery does not get stick to the bottom of the pan. After about 10 minutes, the jaggery has thickened, and at this stage I'm going to add in the third and second coconut milk. So into this I'm adding in the second and third coconut milk. Put the flame on high and allow it to come to a boil. While that is getting done, I'm crushing 10 cardamoms and I'm peeling off the skin. And into this I'm adding in a big fat pinch of jeera. And I'm going to grind this. And once it boils, reduce the flame to the lowest and let it simmer for about 10 to 15 minutes. And after 15 minutes, the coconut milk has thickened lightly. And at this stage, I'm going to add in the spices. I'm adding in the freshly ground cardamom powder and a fat pinch of jeera. 3/4 teaspoon dry ginger powder. Give it a stir. So I'm going to allow it to simmer again for another 5 minutes. Into my tadka pan, I'm adding in 1 tablespoon desi ghee. And once the ghee is heated, add in the sliced coconut pieces. And once the coconut pieces starts to turn light golden brown, remove it to another plate. Next I'm adding in 2 tablespoons of cashew nuts. Lightly roast the cashew nuts. Once the cashew nuts are lightly roasted, remove it to another plate. Next I'm adding in 2 tablespoons raisins. And once the raisins puffs up, remove to the plate. Pour the residue desi ghee onto the payasam. Give it a stir. Now add in the thick coconut milk. Give it a stir. Once you add the thick coconut milk, don't allow it to come to a boil. Lightly heat the payasam on medium to low flame and make sure that you are stirring the payasam, as we don't want the coconut milk to curdle. And once it is lightly heated up, add in the roasted cashew nuts, coconut pieces and raisins. Give it a stir and my chana dal payasam is ready to serve. Turn off the flame and I'm covering it with the lid, and I'm going to keep it closed for another 5 minutes and then only I'll serve the payasam. So by that time the payasam will slightly thicken. So guys, do try this recipe and let me know how it turned out. Thank you for watching, and until next time, take care. Bye bye.